The Charles Avenue Ghost Girl. The first time I saw her, I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. It was a cool October evening, and the street lamps along Charles Avenue cast long, wavering shadows over the cracked pavement. As I walked, I felt a strange chill, though the air wasn't cold. That's when I noticed her, a small figure in a faded white dress, her hair tied in two messy braids. She was standing beneath a street lamp, her hands clasped in front of her, watching me. She was just a girl, maybe 10 years old, but something about her made my breath catch. She wasn't solid, exactly. Her form flickered faintly at the edges like an old photograph coming to life. Her lips curved into a soft smile, and she raised her hand in a wave. "Hello," I said cautiously, my voice barely audible over the rustling leaves. She didn't respond, but when I turned to walk again, I could feel her behind me, her silent presence trailing like a shadow. From that night on, Elizabeth, though I didn't know her name yet, was always there when I walked down Charles Avenue. She never spoke, but she wasn't frightening. She had an air of curiosity, like a child waiting for a story to unfold. I wasn't sure why she'd chosen me, but I began to look forward to her company. It was in talking to the neighbors that I learned her story. "That's the Charles Avenue Ghost Girl," said Mrs. Decker, the elderly woman who had lived on the street for decades. "Her name was Elizabeth, poor thing. She died in a house fire on Charles Drive years ago. Some folks say she's searching for her cat, Fluffless, who went missing the night of the fire." I couldn't shake the thought of her calling out for her cat, searching desperately through smoke and flame. That night, I tried speaking to her as I walked. "Elizabeth," I said softly, "are you looking for Fluffless?" Her figure flickered more brightly for a moment, and I thought I saw her lips form the faintest whisper, Fluffless. The name lingered in the cool air, carried by the wind. I started bringing cat toys and treats with me, leaving them at the old oak tree where she often lingered. A part of me hoped it would bring her peace, or maybe even attract her long-lost companion. Days turned into weeks, and while Fluffless never appeared, Elizabeth seemed brighter, more at ease. Sometimes I thought I saw her skipping a little as she followed me. Last night, as I reached the end of Charles Avenue, I felt a warm breeze against my cheek. When I turned, Elizabeth was standing there, her figure sharper and more radiant than I'd ever seen. In her arms was a small, ghostly cat, purring faintly. She smiled at me, truly smiled, and then, with a gentle nod, she faded into the night. I still walk down Charles Avenue, but Elizabeth no longer follows me. Instead, I feel her happiness lingering in the air, as though she's finally found the home she'd been searching for.